Hi there, Natalie with you today with a few ideas on how to use the beautiful Noteworthy collection to document you every day. And I keep a very detailed, I'm going to say it's a traveler's notebook. This is a life crafted album from Citrus to Skits, but it's my way of documenting my everydays. And I'm going to use the Noteworthy collection to show you a few ideas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually have enlarged one of the pictures of, this is my baby sleeping on my arms, and I'm using a piece of blush cardstock as my base, and I'm cut it to the size of a standard TN. This one is 5 and 8 1/4 because I want to make sure that I have space for my the perforation. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the rhomboids of the Happy Thoughts paper. I really love the graphic design of the paper, but what I'm going to do, you're going to see that I'm going to be very careful of try to get the rhomboids without cutting, I'm going to say, kind of the grid that holds them together, just because I want to use it as a guide so that it makes it easier for me to glue these pieces together. So you're going to see that I'm carefully just cutting the rhomboids. I'm actually going to use also an X-Acto knife just to get the ones that are inside of the grid, like towards the center of the page. And once I have that, you're going to see that I have actually kept the grid. It's going to make it very easy for me to put it back together onto the page. And I'm going to cut all of them. I just want to create kind of a border on the right hand side edge of the paper. So all I'm doing right now is like just rearranging the rhomboids just to give me an idea of what I wanted. And kind of I wanted to create like a little, I'm going to say like a little hole, a little space where I can put my my journaling. So you're gonna see that I'm just playing with the rhomboids. I'm just positioning them. Once I'm happy with what everything is gonna look like, I'm just gonna use my pencil just to mark the area where I wanna add my title and my lines of journal. And I'm gonna go to actually I'm gonna take a picture of it. You don't see that in the camera, but I'm gonna take it out of the camera, go type it up with my typewriter, and then I'm gonna start building up the layout. And again, like I said, I try to keep the paper, the grid of the paper, so it helps me to speed up the process and not have to be measuring everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue all the rhomboids that have the flowers. I'm going to glue them right onto the paper. And all the rhomboids that have the sentiments, I'm actually going to pop them with a little bit of a foam adhesive. I want to create a little bit of dimension. I want to create some interest. I'm just going to create interest, and on the background it makes those little accents, in this case all the sentiments that are inside the rhomboids, just stand out. And I'm using a very thin I don't know if you call it thin or thick or width of the foam adhesive. That's just because I want I don't want a lot of dimension, just a little bit, just to create, like I said, that soft shadow that you see. So I'm taking my time. I'm just gonna glue everything in place, and you're gonna see that I'm gonna try to create kind of a crescent shape, kind of a chevron look to the page, so that the lines of journal that I created kind of fit in that little space in between all the rhomboids. So I'm just taking my time and working at it, and it took no time. I just had to be careful when I cut the rhomboids that were towards the center of the page. So I just had to use an X-Acto knife, just because, like I said, I wanted to keep the grid. So you're gonna see that all I'm doing right now is just gonna glue them, and when I get to the bottom of the page, I'm actually gonna glue a few of the rhomboids coming off the page. And all I'm gonna do is, once I have them in the right space, I'm just gonna take the scissors and trim using the page, or in this case the blush cardstock that I'm using as the background, as the guide to keep everything straight. So you're gonna see that I'm kind of creating an angle on my page, and I want to try to keep it because it's gonna bring the interest onto the journaling page. And I thought about leaving that space at the top empty, but you're gonna see that I'm actually gonna add another rhomboid just to kind of create the entire line. Once I have that, I'm gonna start actually working on the title, and for that I'm gonna use the mini alphas that come in this set. And I thought about using all the colors, but then I'm just gonna kind of block the colors per word. And the title of this is gonna be On His Time. And if you see, that's my baby, and whenever I work from home, there's days that I have to carry him for a while because he feels lonely, I guess, and I have to carry him, and he's not light. He's 30 pounds, so it hurts, but I don't mind keeping, baby him. So you're gonna see right now, it's gonna take very little to embellish. I don't wanna over fill the page. I like the rhomboid formation, so just a little sentiment and a little bit extra pop of the purple. So I'm gonna add one of the enamel dots. Now, one of the things that I couldn't find in the collection are hearts, so I pulled this is from the mix, I think the mix 2. I still have some of the hearts in my stash, so I'm just gonna add one of them onto the page, and then I'm gonna bring one of the rhomboids from the right hand side of the page, onto the left, onto the picture. You're gonna see that I'm gonna glue it right on the top left part of the picture. I don't want to add anything onto the picture because I think I like the fact that he's in my arms. I don't want to cover any of that, so I'm just bringing the little rhomboid to the top left corner again, of the picture, and I'm just gonna add some once I add the rhomboid, I'm just gonna slip it into the page protector, and then all the rest of the decorations, that little circle, and actually it's a puffy sticker, and also that cardstock sticker, I'm actually gluing it on top of the page protector. I love a lot of tactile details on my page, so you're gonna see right now some of the close-ups, and I'm actually gonna continue working with a few more ideas on my little life crafted album, so you're gonna see how easy it is to document. Now, one of the things that I love about this collection is the stationery set. It's like made out of little pockets. There's some sentiment cards, there's some envelopes, and this is great if you're going on a trip. It's great to create mini albums, or in my case, I'm gonna actually use it to hide a lot of my journaling. So what I'm doing right now, you're gonna see, is that I'm gonna use the B side of the cardstock that I had as the base for the first layout, and I'm using a piece of paper from the Enchanted Blooms, and this is like that little light purple color, kind of violet, that has all the leaves in it and the flowers on the A side, and I'm just cutting tags. And the first thing I did is I actually punched holes in the little pocket from the stationery set. I'm picking up the blue. So what I'm doing right now is I just size the tags so that I can fit inside the pocket, making sure that actually I have like the perforations. So this was were around 2 7/8, I believe. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just forming tags. I created, like I said, with the Enchanted Blooms, I made a full tag, and that's where I'm gonna add my picture. And then I used a leftover piece of the blush cardstock. I added my Lancer journal there, and just to stretch it, I'm gonna use little pieces of the Enchanted Bloom. And you're gonna see right now I just perforated the holes, added some ribbon just to hold the tags together, and I'm just gonna decorate the one that has the pictures. I'm gonna put one of the puffy stickers that said happy thoughts, and you're gonna see that the layout it's all about my kids actually my daughter is studying really hard. She's in the last year of high school, so marks matter a lot to apply to university, so she's been doing a lot of studying. So now to finish this layout and to create, I'm gonna say the second part of this is I'm actually gonna use the same paper, the Enchanted Blooms, just to create I'm gonna run it a piece from on vertically, so from I think it's 1.5 inches by 8 1/4, and then I back the picture with a piece of paper from the Lovely Moments paper, and that's one of the cut apart pieces. But I really love the blue and that light blue, just because it matches also the colors that are in the envelope. So you're gonna see that I'm placing my title. I'm gonna place it in a way that when I close, I move the envelope, the little pocket that I added, you can read the title through the pocket. So you're gonna see that the pocket is gonna fit right at the edge of the picture on the left hand side. So I'm just adding my title on a vertical line. I'm gonna bring a few more details. I found this piece of ephemera. It looks like a piece of washi tape, so I'm just gonna add it a little bit, just to bring a little bit of the green and the blue. I don't want a lot of it, but I think it needs it because I just have those accents on the pocket. So I'm gonna add it there, and then I'm gonna add the other piece just to complement it as a piece of washi tape with a sentiment right at the bottom right corner of the picture. You're gonna see that I'm gonna add a little circle just because I have that oval shape in the pocket. just I'm gonna bring some of the roundness. I added some stamping upside of the camera, and then I'm just adding a few more circles just to continue kind of create my triangle and continue the shape. All I did on the other side for the pocket is just prop with a little bit of foam adhesive one of the ephemera pieces that said a little story, just because I have the story inside the pocket, and that's about it. It took no time, and you're gonna see how easy it is to actually document your everyday. I love the colors, and I think the blush, it just brings the purple and the blue a little bit more than the white cardstock would do. So I've already created 2 layers. This took me less than an hour to put all these 3 together, and once you're gonna see right now that once I move the pocket, or keep continuing, I'm gonna say kind of reading the book, I was faced with the back of the pocket, and you're gonna see right now that actually when you close the pocket and when you move it to the left, you can read the title. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna bring a 3x4, this is a 3x8 pocket, kind of a pocket life insert. Again, this is from Citrus to Skits, and I'm gonna use the back of the envelope on this case, or the pocket, to create my layout. And so what I'm doing is I'm cutting one of the cut apart pieces. This is from the Right Now paper, and I thought about using the purple side, like the had the lines of journal, but I found in the stationery set this little tag or ticket that said daily gratitude. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna flip the paper so I have the lines of journal on the other side, and I'm gonna bring one of the puffy stickers. I really like the yellow frame, and I think it's gonna make the big flower ephemera that I have on the back of the pocket stand out. So you're gonna see that all I'm doing right now is just adding gluing the piece of ephemera onto the back of the pocket, and then I'm gonna add my lines of journal on that little ticket that says daily gratitude, and I'm gonna prop it with a little bit of foam adhesive. What I've done on the other side is I used a piece of the card, I actually slipped inside of my page protector, and all the decorations, the puffy frame and the ephemera pieces, I'm actually gluing them on top of the page protector. I just want the tactile look. I don't want it to be bulky, and I don't want the glare of the plastic to cover it. I added just the date to the picture and just another pop of yellow just to create my triangle. And honestly, like I said, these 3 layouts took less than an hour to put together. They were super fun to put together. The collection is gorgeous, perfect to document spring and every day, and I hope you check it out. As always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, guys.